Hey guys, MeLikeBigBoom here, and welcome to another Modday. Today's mod is a Makeshift Weapons mod created by Dan-is-Dude, or Danny-is-Dude, I'm not entirely sure. I can actually look on this on the workshop. Created by Danny-is-Dude. And this guy has added several mods into the Unturned community, like vehicles, weapons, items, all sorts of stuff like that, all with custom models as well. And I found this Makeshift Weapon mod to be the most interesting of all of them because it's something that we haven't seen in the Unturned community. There have been people that have added custom models for guns and vehicles and stuff that's already in the game, but makeshift weapons, and they're craftable, by the way, that's kind of why they're makeshift. That's just something that we haven't had yet. Now, all of these items that have been added in are craftable and usable, and you can kill zombies with them. And the best part is that all the ingredients for these weapons are items that are already in the game. So it's not like you have to be in a map that has special ingredients that spawn around the map. I mean, you use things that are already in the game. So I'm basically able to go around in PEI and grab items from around PEI and create these items. So I don't have to spawn in ingredients, which is really nice. Now I've put all the ingredients for each individual item, like that, all the ingredients that I need for one item in each one of these boxes. We have 5 different weapons. Well, actually, this one isn't a weapon. It's a supplement to this one, which is awesome, but we'll get there. All right, so first one is a knife bat. Now, I was thinking, well, why didn't he do a nail bat? But think about it. I mean, that's a really common makeshift weapon in all sorts of apocalypse games. So he tried to mix it up and do a knife bat this time, and it's pretty cool. So, I mean, obviously, in order to make a knife bat, you'd probably need a knife and a bat, and then you can combine it together with tape in order to create a knife bat. Now, oftentimes I find myself using just a bat by itself as my melee weapon of choice, and usually I'll come across like knives or other things in the game, and I'll just leave them because I don't need them. But it'd be kind of nice to have a bat and use it as your melee weapon, and then if you come across a knife, you can combine them together to create something especially awesome. So as long as you have these in your inventory, so we'll just equip all those, then we go into crafting, and then go into the supplies or gears section. Yeah, we go in the gears section, and it now pops up as a craftable item. As you can see, we've got the knife bat with the tape right there that tapes the knife onto the bat. You click on it, and now, well, it automatically equipped it, but otherwise it would spawn in your inventory. But now we have the knife bat. Vlad the Home Run Impaler can cause bleeding. I would imagine so, being impaled with a knife bat. Now, I would go around, kill all these zombies and stuff like that, but I think I'm going to craft all the weapons that we need, and then we'll go into like a major city, and I'll show you guys how all these different weapons perform. But I'm just going to drop this real quick so you can see what it looks like from a different perspective. Or, well, that time the knife got stuck in the ground. Alright, there we go. We can kind of see it better. So, it's just a baseball bat with a little like tape that goes around it, and it also goes around the knife as well. Pretty simple. But very cool. And as you hit it, it kind of has like a downwards motion, kind of the same animation as the knife animation, and then its power hit looks like that. You kind of swing it to the side and slice them in half. And that is the baseball bat. We will kill some zombies later on, so I'll just kind of put that down there. It looks like it takes up 8 slots. Yeah, so it takes up 8 slots. Bigger than the regular baseball bat, so keep that in mind. Next up, we have the Makeshift Axe. Now, this is created by taking a butcher knife, a stick, and some duct tape, and essentially you just have an elongated butcher knife, which serves as a pretty good axe. So we'll take all these, go into crafting, and it's now right here. We click on it, automatically equips it. It looks like, when you're holding it, it looks an awful lot like the baseball bat, but when you drop it, you can clearly see that it looks more like an axe. So you drop it like that, and as you can see, it's just like a little makeshift axe. Looking pretty cool. I'm sure it probably does just as good, or, well, probably not just as good, but almost as good as a regular axe when it comes to chopping down trees, and that's something that we can test right here. So go up to a tree. I'm assuming that it has the same animation as a regular axe. No, it's kind of a downwards motion, but yeah, it looks like right click is to the side, but I mean, it looks like that did a lot of stamina. So if we look down, we're at 50, and it dropped it down to 27, so it does 20% each swing. But yeah, I mean, you can hit the tree, and yeah, I mean, it does take a pretty reasonable amount to cut down a tree, but it's a lot better than a regular knife could do. And we'll move on to killing zombies with that in the future, but anyway, that is the Makeshift Axe. Next, let's check out the nailed plank. By the way, I believe this takes up the same amount of slots as the... Yeah, it looks like it's taking up another 8 slots as well. I need to spawn myself an Alice pack. There we go. Actually, you know what I just found out? I believe it's actually 6 slots. It just is very, very compact. So both of these are 6 slots. Anyway, nailed plank. So this one is just a plank and nails. I mean, it makes sense. It really does. It's one of each, I believe. And in the gear, yep, 1 nail, 1 plank gets you nailed plank. You equip it, and yep, I mean, you can't really see much from the first person perspective, but from the other perspective, that's what it looks like when you're holding it. I should also see what these other ones look like when you're holding them. So when you're holding the makeshift axe, looks like that. Holding the makeshift, or this kind of knife bat, looks like that. And then lastly, the maple board nail thing with the nails sticking out of the board. Pretty interesting. So I think this, because it's like the most simple of all of these items so far, this is definitely a beginner's melee weapon. I mean, if you're looking for strictly a melee weapon, if you can cut down 1 tree, and as long as you have nails, you're pretty much good to go. You're able to create yourself a melee weapon right off the bat if you're having trouble finding ones around the world. So we will kill some zombies with that later on. I believe this only takes up 2 slots this time. Yeah, it's just a 2 slot, so very efficient melee weapon as well. Lastly, we have the most interesting of all of them. If you have a board, 3 scrap metal, a metal bar, I think that's what it's called. Yep, metal bar, and a blowtorch. It won't take up the blowtorch, you just need that as a tool. You are able to create a makeshift gun. Now this is awesome. So after a quick visit to maybe like a lumber yard or some sort of hardware store, you can create for yourself a makeshift pistol. After you've crafted it, here's what it looks like in your hands. Here's what the iron sights look like. Everything about it is extremely basic. You can't put any attachments on it. It truly is the most basic of weapons, but I mean, it's a craftable weapon, and I liked it. I like the way it looks. It's simple. It's not over the top. It's just a makeshift pistol. I mean, if you're looking to find a weapon, especially like in multiplayer as well, like if you're having, like I try and go to the military base and usually people are already guarding this place and I'm not able to find maple strikes like I am in single player because people are just hogging them all. So if you're looking to at least have a chance against people with guns, you can craft this yourself and actually have a pretty good chance of killing them because you actually have some sort of ranged weapon, whereas before there really was nothing. In order to craft the rounds for it, it's just a makeshift round. It doesn't take any sort of conventional bullets with civilian stuff. You actually have to individually craft each round. And so I have it set up in here, down here. It just takes 1 scrap metal, and I believe for each piece of scrap metal, you get 2. Yeah, see, 1 scrap metal creates 2 bullets. So I can have 16 bullets right here. They all take up 1 slot. Pretty interesting. But we can definitely go around and kill some guys. Alright, we are here approaching Stratford. First, let's try out the makeshift pistol, and then we'll move on to the melee weapons. First, let's try out long range damage. Yeah, I mean, we did alright. I mean, this thing is very loud. It got the attention of pretty much everything. It's not accurate. As you can see, I mean, I was pretty clearly aiming at his head, but we didn't actually hit his head. But we did hit him, so that's okay. It's a reload per shot. Like, every time you shoot, you have to reload. And so that is kind of a disadvantage. But once again, it's a craftable gun. I mean, that's not half bad. That time, I believe it was a headshot, but it didn't actually kill him. Oh, and that time I missed. Alright. It's definitely a challenging weapon. There we go. Hit him in the head. Alright. See how we can do. Oh, why are you leaving me? You scared? There we go. So, I think most of the time... Oh! Jesus! Most of the time, it's a 1-hit kill. Yeah. I think the only reason why I didn't kill this last guy is because he had a hat on. So, anyway, 1-hit kill to the head. Several shots if you don't hit him in the head. We'll hit this guy in the chest and see how many shots it takes. Whoa, that's 2 shots so far. And, oh, 3 shots. Jesus. 4 shots? Come on, buddy, you gonna die? There we go. Alright, so 5 shots to kill a guy if you hit them in the body. Well, obviously, you're gonna try and hit him in the head, and that's a 1-hit kill every time. Now let's move on to some of the melee weapons. First, let's try out the maple plank. I'm assuming that this is probably going to be the worst of all of these, mainly because it's just the most simple of all of them. But we can always try that out. So to the head, it is a 2-hit kill. And if you hit them in the body, it still stuns them, so that's pretty nice. But it takes 3 hits. What about side swipes? I missed that time. There we go. Side swipes, or the power hits, is a 1-hit kill to the head. So, pretty nice. I kind of wish the animation was a bit quicker, because it just looks a bit strange how you kind of touch them with a nail. See that? You just kind of touch them. It's just strange how it does that. It just doesn't seem like it would really kill them, especially this side swipe. He just kind of gently kind of pushes them aside, but yeah, clearly it's pretty effective. Moving on to the Makeshift Axe. Now this one is probably going to be a 1-hit kill to the head, but this guy's got a hat, so it might be different. So that time it was a 2-hit kill, but he had a top hat. Let's try a guy that doesn't have anything. Yep, 2-hit kill, 2-hit kill. This time it's still a 2-hit kill, just like the maple, like that nailed board thing that we had previously. But this swings significantly faster. Before it was really painstakingly slow, and I was oftentimes missing the hits because I was guessing the speed of the swing incorrectly. But this time it's pretty nice. It swings quickly, and I like it. Anyway, 2-hit kill to the head. Let's try out a chest hit. So 1, 2, 2 hits. Oh, maybe it's because I was actually missing. See, I'm getting red hit markers. This isn't a very consistent test. There we go. Hit him in the... There we go. 3. I keep hitting him in the head. But, I mean, really, you're only going to be hitting him in the head. You don't really need to worry about body shots. But 1-hit or 2-hit kill to the head, and it swings pretty quickly. I should probably test out the power hit real quick on this guy. I'm pretty positive. Yep, 1-hit kill if you use the power hit. Lastly, let's check out the knife bat. I'm assuming that this is probably going to be the best one because it's just the most intensive crafting recipe. You have to get a baseball bat, which is usually pretty hard to find, whereas all these, like a stick and a butcher knife, that's pretty easy. But this one, I'm assuming is going to swing very fast and it's going to be very effective. Let's try it out on this guy. Oh, 1-hit kill to the head, and he even had a helmet. So it looks like even though those construction guys had helmets on, it was still a 1-hit kill, so it's definitely going to be a 1-hit kill for these bald guys. And it swings very fast. Look at this. Swing. 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 Very nice. This is a nice one. So, I mean, there isn't much need to test out the power swing, which it doesn't even have. Oh, no, it's because I'm out of sprint. But a power swing, yep, 1-hit kill. It's also very quick. But let me try it out on the body. Power hit to the body, and maybe do power hit and single hit to the body is a 2-hit kill. We can try out a 2 power hits to the body, which it'll probably be. Oh, that time power was 1 hit. All right, let me get this straight. Oh shoot, I missed. Wait for the stamina to go back. Try out a power hit on the body. Nope. All right, kind of inconsistent sometimes. He might have had a lower health or something going on with him. Try out a power hit one more time. No, I don't have any sprint. Power hit. Yeah. So, power hit is pretty strong. Let's test out how many body hits of standard it takes. 2, 3. 3 hits to the body to kill a zombie, and it's 1-hit kill to the head. So, if we were to organize the worst melee... What the heck is going on here? If we were to organize the best melee weapon to the worst melee weapon, it would be how we would expect it to. I think I dropped my maple thing back there, my nailed board back there, but it would kind of, I mean, the gun is kind of in its own little realm, so we can't compare that, but it would be nailed board, then the makeshift axe, then the knife bat. Then we have this makeshift pistol, which is on its own thing, and that's pretty cool. But anyway, that was the Makeshift Weapons pack created by Danny is Dude. If you guys would like to download it, it's a workshop file, so you can just find it on Steam by searching for Makeshift Weapons. I will also put the link to it down below, but it's kind of difficult to get that working because it tries to open it in like a regular web browser rather than in Steam. And then you have to sign in, and then you got to do all that stuff on Steam.com. So for now, just keep in mind that it's on Steam Workshop. If you search for makeshift weapons, it's usually pretty easy to find. But anyway, that is all I have for now for today's Modday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and do all that gibberish because MeLikeBigBoom is out.